Hey, welcome to Lab Games, where all of our board game playthroughs are unpaid and ad-free.
I'm your host, Francis.
I'm Anthony.
And today we're going to be taking you through School of Sorcery. So this is a dice game for 2 and only 2 players. It comes from Steve Finn at Dr. Finn's Games and plays in about 30 to 45 minutes.
All right, so join us at the table, and we'll show you how it plays. All right, welcome to the table.
Welcome to our School of Sorcery.
To the sword.
To the former.
Of sorcery. Why do you want to call it the Sword of Sorcery?
I don't know.
School of Sorcery.
It's the former Institute for the Magical Arts.
Yes, so.
It has been repurchased?
Repurchased?
Renamed?
Renamed.
They have a new head of school.
There's a new
The head
headmaster.
of school has brought in a new school name.
Yeah.
And school runs a little differently.
Yeah, is this like when Umbridge came over and took over for Dumbledore?
I guess.
And started making Harry scribe on his hand in blood.
I hope not. I think last time we played this, you said that you were like Dumbledore.
I felt like
That would be
Dumbledore.
sad.
Now, yeah, I guess so. Right. So, in any case, School of Sorcery is sort of a re-engineering,
Yes.
a redesign
Yes, well put.
of Dr. Finn's former game known as Institute of Magical Arts, as you
Yes.
see behind us, right?
Right.
And we have a playthrough for Institute of Magical Arts as well.
About 3.5 years ago.
About 3.5 years ago, if you'd like to go check that out. What this game will do is essentially, it refines it, and we'll talk about that. Well, we're really talking about this is on Kickstarter anyway, right?
You will talk about it when we're done.
We'll talk
Yeah.
about it a little bit in comparison to the old one, but in any case, we'll jump into the game just so that you understand what's happening. So take a look at the table. We are wizards, just like in the other game. We're 2 wizards competing to be the head of this school.
Right.
Now it's no longer an institute, it's a school.
Yes.
And we each have a goal of getting to 13 victory points. Pretty straightforward and pretty simple. Every round is going to consist of 5 phases. We're going to take 5 crystals, which we can do now. And these crystals, we're going to be casting them onto different cards. So we're really trying to compete for, I guess, artifacts, weapons, items, and people.
Some, like, networking.
Yeah,
some
we're
people.
gaining all this stuff to our side so that we can get the most prestige, if you will, right? So whoever gets to this 13 prestige first, wins.
Right.
So, but we're going to be competing for this, and think of these crystals as either magic or influence,
Like mana kind of stuff,
Yeah,
yeah.
mana stones or influence, but it's a lot more straightforward than the old version used to be, so it actually moves a lot quicker. Throughout the game, we're going to be doing the casting of the crystals, and we're going to be casting by using 3 of these cards. We're going to roll 3 dice, assign 3 cards face down to these 3 dice, and then do what the cards say. Some will let you put out just 3 crystals. Some will require you to flip the die to its opposite face and then put out 2 crystals or 1 crystal. One lets you kind of bluff and put nothing out.
Right.
So you're going to have up to 6 options every turn to do this casting, if you will. And then we'll be putting gems onto the cards. So how do we win the cards?
Yeah, so this is important because you would be asking yourself, well, why is it important to cast the crystals and what does that all mean? Essentially, we have to pay for these cards. And again, you can consider it like how much magic you need to use to get the card or whatever. And the way I look at it is kind of like we're both going after, like with our magic.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it's like you have to kind of overcome your opponent's like magic on the same card. So we may find ourselves in a situation where we're both casting to the same card. And in that case, we actually have to outdo our opponent by a certain number. Both of those numbers, so the number that we have to pay and the number that we have to use to outdo our opponent, is written here on the card. So is the number of victory points that we will obtain for actually gaining or winning the card. So we'll have a phase after we're done casting and we're done using our powers and all that stuff. We'll evaluate, we'll figure out who gets what, if anything, that round. And then that will go into our tableau, either permanently. It may have an immediate effect, or it may have an effect that we use one time and then get rid of it.
So there's 3 types of cards in this game, depending on color. There's red, there's green, there's yellow.
Yeah.
And that depicts what type of action that card allows you to take. So if it's a green card, as soon as you claim that card, you take the action immediately. Right? It's immediate, one time, it's done. The yellow card is a one-time action that you can use at any point in the game. You stop the game, you use the card, one time it's done, right? Use that power. Then there's these red permanent cards. These permanent cards will stay in your tableau. We've each started with 2 of them drawn, and we've already scored the victory points associated with them. And they will be resolved in phase 4, called activate powers. And that's when we will, in turn order, activate all of our powers on these red cards only.
Right. And that's really how we're going to like manipulate our dice and manipulate the crystals and things like that.
Correct.
So, yeah.
So that's literally it. And then after the phase is over, we'll draw 5 more of these crystals, and then we'll keep going until one of us hits 13 points.
Right. Perfect.
So with that, I think we should get going.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so let's begin by casting our crystals. So we roll our dice. Now we each also start with 3 reroll tokens that we'll be able to earn back at some point through different means.
Yeah. Now why this is important, we have 3 dice that we can roll, and those dice are going to determine which of these spells or items or whatever are available to us to cast upon.
Right.
So that's why the flipping is important, because we may be able to flip.
Now remember, we only have 5 power crystals to allocate. So you're not allowed to allocate more than those 5, otherwise bad things will happen.
I don't like that. I don't really like any of these cards right now. They're all kind of bad.
All right, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. And we'll go with that. All right, those are my 3 set up.
Yeah, I'm not in love with these cards that just came out here. All right.
The numbers?
Cool.
All right, so now we go ahead and we cast. Okay.
Okay. Oh, and this is a flip, so I have to flip this immediately.
Immediately.
To the opposite side. Okay.
All right, so we just go ahead and do it. Yeah, so I'm going to put 2 to 4 and 3 to 3.
Okay. Nice.
All right, so that is casting. And now we go to use portal.
Yeah, so we have this purple card here, and that's called the portal. It won't always be on number 6. It might slide down. But essentially, if you cast to the portal, you get to decide where you want those crystals to go. So I will put these here.
Okay. So now we are going to activate powers.
Yes.
So that was use portal. Now activate powers. So I'm player 1. I have the witch's hat, the sorting hat.
Right.
And I'm going to activate my 2 red powers. So I can roll a die and add 1 crystal to the die location. So I'll roll a die. Yep. So I rolled a 1. So I get to add when it says add a crystal, you add it from the supply.
Right.
Boom. So 1 goes there, and then roll 2 dice and remove an opponent's crystal die from each location.
What?
That's very nice. So a 2 and a 6.
Ooh,
So
lucky.
you have neither there. All right. So now this passes to you, and it's your turn to do it.
I have add one crystal to any location if your opponent has more VPs. You don't.
I do not.
Add a crystal to location 2 and or 5 if you have fewer crystals there. So I do not have fewer crystals there, and neither of us have crystals there. And the way we interpret that is you don't have to put anything. So
that's it. Powers are done, and now we evaluate. So you evaluate from 6 to 1. So this requires 2, and you get it. So those are spent, and you achieve the Dragon Tooth.
Dragon Tooth. So this is force an opponent to re-roll 1 die.
Right. Can be done at any point.
And that awards me 1 point. You score these immediately.
Yep. So that requires 2. I get it. The trident. Add a crystal to the portal. So this happens immediately, nice. 1 time, and this just goes in my tableau now.
Neither of us get this.
It stays.
And then we don't have enough to get that.
This will slide down. We replace it with 2 more cards. And that's it. So this green one's used. It will never be used again.
Right.
But it does score me the 1 point.
Yep.
So I am at 3. You are below. I think we're still. Are you still on? I'm not sure if you are.
Good. All right. Can y'all see my card? Nope. I'm off.
Yeah, I think everything below.
I'll do it.
Yeah, you can go that way. Perfect. So we're good. We go back to this. We take 5 more crystals from the supply.
Okay.
And we begin to cast again. So let's go ahead and cast. Now I get this back.
Yeah, you do.
If you have the same amount of wizard powers here, it goes back to the player who had it originally.
You only keep it if you have more.
More. Whoever has more powers wins it. That's basically the rule.
Basically.
Ooh, okay. So this is interesting. I'm gonna use one of my rerolls.
Oh, you do have the reroll thing.
I have a reroll token.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, so we have that. This is Not great.
I use one of my rerolls too. I rerolled and got the same thing.
Okay, I think that's as good as it gets here.
Actually, yeah, do that. Something important to note is that if you don't have enough crystals to cast, like, and you've kind of overspent yourself, then your opponent gets to choose which cards are active for you.
Yeah,
that round. So
it's not good.
Not great, so.
All right, let's flip them. All right, so this is a flip to the other side. So I've got 4 going here and 1 going here.
I have 3 going here and 3 going here.
Okay.
Okay.
That is good. That is good. All right, so that was casting. So now we use the portal. I do have a crystal on the portal. So what do I want to do? Do I want to move it? If you're the only one on the portal, you can just move it. And I'll put it here. Okay, so now we activate power. So I can roll a die and add 1 crystal to the location. So I rolled a 1, so I get another. Like I needed another one there. So I rolled 2 dice and remove an opponent crystal from each location. That's 5 and 4.
Weak.
5 and 4. All right. Your turn for your powers.
Add a crystal to any location if your opponent has more VPs. You do not. Add a crystal to location 2 or 5 if you have fewer crystals there, which I do not.
Okay.
Because we're tied. So I can't do anything.
All right, so this comes back. Boom. And now we evaluate. So
Nothing.
This requires 4, so it's not good enough.
Not good enough. Not good enough. And you get this.
And I get location 1.
Okay.
So this is score as many VPs and take as many crystals as characters you have. So this is my first character, Yamilet the Diviner. The Diviner. The Diviner. So I do have a character now. She's worth no points. It'll be every subsequent character I get will start to be worth points.
I think you get 1 point for that.
Boom. Question mark. Score as many VPs.
Because you have her as character.
As characters you have.
I would say you get 1.
So I get, well, that's a good point.
That's how we played. I've taken points for that before.
Okay,
so.
well, I didn't realize that. So I take 1 and I'll take 1. So I've got 4 points. So we're tied.
So I think like all the cards are at least worth 1.
Yeah, that's true. So. That makes sense. That's it. We're ready to cast. So you moved everything over?
Yep.
All right, so take our 5. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Ready?
Us cast.
Interesting.
Okay.
I think I'm going to use this. I'm using this. I'm I'm going to force you to re-roll that 5.
Okay.
There.
Oh, man. That's weird.
So this kind of goes off to the side. I can't use it anymore.
Why didn't you want me going after that 5?
What? Because I need it protected.
Okay. Okay.
So I wonder how that works. Like, if you already put down a card and we were in, like, the next phase, maybe that's a better time for me to be like, actually re-roll that.
Yeah, that's probably.
You know what I mean?
So you can force me to re-roll after the fact, and then I have to do something weird on it.
Take that game.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Okay.
All right, ready?
Yeah. All right. So 3 are going to go here. And then I'm going to flip this. Put 2 right here.
Nice.
Oh, you put everything on 2.
I did.
Wow.
I rolled 2 2s.
Yeah, that's crazy. You put the whole boat there. Well, you only had to win by 2.
That's all I won by.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No,
Yeah.
I would. That would mean me to have. I'd have to have 5 or 6 for you to win by 2. That doesn't mean you need 2 more than what's required. This means you have to have 2 more
I have to have...
than I do.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so you went way heavy on that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You could have won with 5 because I only have 3. You have 2 more than me.
Oh, right, the margin.
Yes, the margin.
Is 2. Okay.
The spread, right?
In my mind, I think that, like, I need to have 2 more than what is necessary.
Yeah.
If there's, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking.
I was like, wow.
It's very abstract math for me. It's not good.
You went real heavy on that, but that's cool. All right,
That's
so
kind of crap. Oh well.
so now we get to use the portal.
Okay, so use your portal.
I've got 2 there, huh? Mm-hmm. So even if I put those there, you'd still win because you beat me by 2. I had 5, you have 7,
and
you still win.
That's the way I think about it.
Yeah.
Is I'm like, okay, if we both have 5,
right.
I need to win by 2.
See, now if I put these, I could put these like here. Which is pretty good, but I'll put them here, actually. So activate my power. So roll a die and add 1 crystal to that location. So 1. So I need to put 1 here. I roll 2 and get to remove 2. 1 and 1. All right, so 1 and 3 rather. So you had nothing there anyway. So you're good. Your powers.
Can I take this? Add 1 crystal to any location if your opponent has more VPs.
Nope.
I do not. Add a crystal to 2 or 5. I have more both. So
all right, and I get the hat back because I do have more powers.
3, 4. Oh, okay. All right.
So
evaluate.
Let's evaluate. All right, so
Nothing.
I do not win
Nothing.
that. You do not win that. I do win
win
this. You keep these.
Yep.
You keep as much as the margin.
Yep.
So I do get an adder stone for 1 point.
And I get the cup of Jamshid.
Oh, what? How many do I get to keep? 2?
Yeah. And these all... I always try to take these back.
I know.
I'm like, all for me. Well, because normally, like, if there's something sitting on a card, you get to take it.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually...
So that activates now.
Add 1 crystal to any location. Yes.
All right.
Can I have that card now?
No, not until we evaluate again.
Really?
Yes, that gives me a shot too.
So, I'll put that here.
Magic carpet.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay, so let's
5
grab
crystals.
our 5.
Okay.
5 crystals and roll them up. I'm gonna reroll. Great. Okay. Yeah, it's tough.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
For the reveal.
Big reveal.
All right, so this gets flipped.
Okay.
We have 2 going here, 3 going here, and 2 going here.
Okay.
Okay, portal. You get to move those 2. You're going for it, huh?
Might as well.
Okay. Activate powers. So roll a die and add a crystal to any. Roll location 6. That's good. Roll 2 and remove. 4 and 1.
Nope.
Oh wow, you got so
That was
lucky.
close.
And add a crystal to 1 or 6 if you have fewer, and I don't. So
Okay.
you're up.
Add a crystal to any location if you have more VP. You do have more VP than me this time. So I can add a crystal to any location
Okay.
that I want. I think I'll add to... like it would be smartest for me to go here.
Would
right?
it? No, it won't stop me.
Oh. Oh yeah, because you have to win by 1.
It's the spread, yeah.
That's like a math that I just don't understand. And then add a crystal to 2 or 5 if you have fewer, and I don't. So okay.
All right.
Cool.
So that was powers. So I get the hat back. I have more powers.
Yes. Yeah, you have 5.
All right.
All right.
Evaluate.
So I
So,
get this.
no, yes, you get that. So you get 2 points.
The ambrosia.
That goes in your personal stash. Just not down there.
Yes, it does. Oh, because people can't see it.
Yeah.
Sorry, people. All right.
All right. So that's good. I get the spear of density.
The spirit density.
Use a
looks
permanent
pretty
power
dense.
showing anywhere in play right now.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I think I'll take 2 crystals. If you have more, add
Yeah,
one
but you're about to get
crystal.
3 VP though, so
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
you can use this one. Never mind if you want, but you can use yours too.
I guess I'll just roll the die and add it to crystal to the location. 4. Well, I'll have to wait for it to move, right? Like, that'd be silly.
I mean, I don't know. We can move down if you want, but then some stuff affects where it's at.
Yeah,
So I don't want to move it yet. So I
I'll
don't
put.
know if I would
Let's
do
do
that.
this. I will put it there, and regardless of what shows up there.
Sounds good to me.
How about
All
that?
right. This I get. Right.
That's for use later,
For later
now.
use.
but it is available.
And that's worth 3 points.
Okay.
Okay.
The shield is also taken now. It's worth 1
Wait a
point.
minute. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, you must.
I'm
not have
like, I
counted.
didn't count my points.
You must not have, because you're getting close.
Yeah.
And the shield stop. Oh, I like that one. So that's available.
Somebody was probably yelling the whole video.
Yeah.
Like, President counter boards.
You didn't
Gotta make a
count your
connection.
points. You should have won 3 rounds ago. This whole game's invalid. Actually, you know what? This is if it ever goes
It
to
does,
1,
it
it
goes to
actually
6.
slides to 6. Everything else continues
Yeah.
to slide down,
Okay.
and this will come out here. So then this goes on the Book of Fate. All right.
Okay.
Very interesting. Let's grab our 5.
Yeah. The Fab 5.
The Fab
Fab
5. And
Alright.
roll it up.
Okay. Interesting. Remember, this tarot card, the text is different. So it's not this. It's if your opponent has more VPs, you get 5 crystals.
Right. I need to re-roll. This is just not good.
You re-rolled it all the way off the
Off
table.
the table. Okay.
It was like...
This is no bueno at all. 3. That doesn't help. Back to where I was. This is so terrible. I don't really think I can do this.
What are you trying to do?
A bunch of things, but I don't have a lot of what I can get, so. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Oh, jeez. So these get flipped. I'll put 1, 2, 3 onto here, and 3 onto here. That's it. So, portal, you get to move your portal. Wow, you put them all in the portal.
I did. Well, I had one there to begin with. I didn't know what you were going to do, so I was like, I might as well. I have the opportunity. You know what I mean?
But I haven't won anything. Like, I haven't gotten any cards, so you can just go hard on number 2. So just hope my powers don't change things, right? So I'm going to roll. So my crystal ball lets me roll 1 die. 6. I get to put 1. Great. Doesn't help me at all here. And then I get to remove 2 from here, 5 and 2. So I get to remove 1 from there. And I get to add a crystal to location 1 and 6 if I have fewer crystals there, and I don't. So that's it. So your powers now.
Take 2 crystals if your opponent has more VPs. If your opponent has more VPs, 2 or 5 if you have fewer crystals there. So I get to put 1 here. That's it.
That's it. So what do you get?
That's it. Well, you have to do your portal. Oh, no.
I do. We did the portal
We did the
already,
portal,
and we activated powers. Now it's
Right.
evaluate. So it's just I didn't get that.
Nothing.
I didn't get that.
Nothing.
You
I
got
get
that,
this.
and that's what wins.
And that's if your opponent has more VPs. Yeah. you
Which
go.
I don't. So, but that pushed you over to 13.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the game.
That's it.
All right, good
All right,
job.
let's go talk about it.
All right. All right, there you have it. The School of Sorcery.
Under new management.
Under new management. Yes.
So yeah, so this is a Kickstarter. We don't like review the Kickstarters.
Yes.
You got an idea for how the game plays, but we did want to speak because we did review or play through the In Super Magical Arts
we did.
in years.
We did review it. Yes, many
did.
years ago, back in our early days.
Back in the early days, my hair was much shorter.
And like the short.
It's much tanner back then.
Yes.
So anyway, we wanted to talk a little bit about how this is different. So I found this to be much more kind of streamlined. To me, it felt like it played quicker.
It was a lot quicker
because you're not sitting there like in the other version. You can go back and watch the video if you want to see kind of how this is different. We had to like we didn't get crystals every time. You actually had one of your casting cards that you would cast to get that many crystals.
You'd use that as
know
like
what
one
I
of
mean?
your actions.
Yeah.
To get crystals and.
Which was
There was just a lot more going on, right?
Yeah.
There was a lot more to manage.
I would say it was a little clunkier.
Yeah,
clunkier.
definitely. Yeah, it's definitely clunkier in hindsight.
Right.
Like at the time, it was pretty smooth to begin with, but
Yeah.
but looking at this design, it's a lot more straightforward. It's a lot cleaner. So the art's a lot prettier and it pops more. I think.
I think so too. Yeah.
I think it's really smart the use of the colors for whether it's an instant
Yeah.
immediate or it's an activated power, like the permanent power rather.
Yeah, and I can't remember if the Institute for Magical Arts had the tokens, like
Had
they were
discs.
like circular discs
Yeah.
for your mana, and I couldn't remember was that a prototype thing or not.
No,
I don't
no,
think it
it's
was.
not.
I
No,
think
that's
that was,
what they were,
What
yeah.
it was. So using the gems feels more like what you would expect in a sorcery game.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
kind of cool.
So again, we don't want to talk about what we think about it because this
Right.
isn't a review. This is just a playthrough preview again because
Yes.
it's going on Kickstarter, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So, but we urge you to go look at our video for
Right.
Institute of Magical Arts
Yes.
to get a feel for what that was. Hope you kind of got what this game has to offer
Right.
you. If you already own Institute of Magical Arts and you like it.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if you don't know what Institute of Magical Arts is, I wouldn't even go worry about playing. Just see if you like this and go back it if you like it. But if you did play Institute for Magical Arts, or you have it, own it, whatever, understand that this is a more streamlined, re-engineered version of that game. Which might be attractive because you kind of already know how to play. A lot of the mechanics are similar,
right?
But it just feels smoother.
Yeah, and it runs pretty quickly. So that's all we want to give you. Obviously, make up your own mind. Go check it out. There's a lot of resources out there, including our own. So we hope you enjoyed the playthrough. Thanks for watching. The Kickstarter link will be down below, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.